I think, Willis wants to just get there. Is probably already stepping forward and just looking around.
So, what it says here, corruption will spread from the Enigma in a roughly circular area. There will always be an epicenter where the Enigma takes physical form. This manifestation is known as the focus, and that is what we have been seeking, is the focus of the Enigma. Whether this pillar is the focus or not is the question. It says there is a link between the Enigma and its cause that can, examining the focus is a strenuous action. If successful, the information will come in the form of a vision that provides insight into the nature of the Enigma. And that's what we did before at the mural. So this time, although we are kind of guessing, the corruption is not as extensive in this case, so it's not as weird looking. Or another way to put it is that the place is not full of anomalies, which at least I don't think so. And so therefore, I do think, however, it's a good idea to go ahead and try that sensitivity check, which I presume will be just come up empty if it's not the focus. And so at the very least, we'll discover whether this is the focus. I'm pretty sensitive. Are you guys okay with me trying to do this? Unless you're
absolutely.
Super sensitive?
Okay. No,
Okay.
I have +2, so I guess you have more.
Well, I'm pretty good at this. Doesn't always.
If I remember correctly, the difficulty is the resolve of the unbidden.
No, it is not. That is, I believe, for the Enigma. This, on the other hand, is just set by how extensive the corruption is. Strangely, it seems to be a little bit counterintuitive in that it's easier if it's less corrupted, which is kind of weird. But here, I'll read the precise words so you can see what we're
sorry,
talking about.
I didn't remember.
No, it's okay. Strenuous action, sensitivity challenge against a difficulty determined by the extent of the corruption, and that's all it says. So presumably I know it sounds weird, but it sounds to me as though if it's not very corrupt yet, it's easier. Maybe it resists in some way. But, okay.
I would say that the difficulty right now is 10.
Okay. Okay, I have a 13 total. So, and that was strenuous, so that costs a point of vitality, I believe. Okay.
Sure.
Done.
And yes, as you lay your hand on the rune.
No touchy. No touch, not this time.
How do you want to do it?
No, I'm going to stare into the rune and attempt to understand its entire significance. But touching the Enigma will alert the unbidden, and this time that's not in the plan.
Yeah.
So
that's a good idea.
So okay, so I will meditate upon the rune.
As you stare at the rune, you can sense this kind of effect. I would say I don't know if you're familiar with what a chromatic aberration is. It's the kind of thing where the colors like separate themselves, and you just kind of like this rainbow of. I'll just post an image if I can. I like the idea of the chromatic aberration. It's very cool.
The more psychedelica in my gaming, the happier I am. So
perfect. Then this, and then we can cover this. I'm becoming increasingly fast with this kind of. Yeah, perfect. This is the kind of effect I'm looking for right now.
It sounds like a term from this game, actually.
Approved, Adrian, approved.
Nice. This is obviously not a natural effect, and as you can stare deeply, the effects seems to multiply until it becomes almost impossible to distinguish colors as they are. And at the center of this maelstrom of colors, you can observe the essence of this rune, and you can guess, of course, that this is the focus of the enigma.
Was it caused by an unbidden?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we have screwed up our rules legalisms yet again. I think we knew this last time, but we forgot it this time, or maybe we just didn't. But if it was caused by the arrival of the unbidden, we have to bind the unbidden before we can attempt to do the enigma. So we're not that badly off as far as I don't feel so bad about the Italian situation. We had to bind the damn thing first. We didn't have a choice. But we're in the same situation now. And also touching or no touching, if the stalkers examine the focus for more than a moment, the enemy will know it is being hunted.
Oh, so I was right at the beginning.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, I'm not being. I can't dodge that one.
Okay, right. That's good. Don't worry.
Okay, but in that case, at least tell me some insight into the nature of the enigma and its cause. Oh, and if the enigma was created by the arrival of the unbidden, yes, it shows the enemy's current whereabouts.
Yes.
So
just like
we'll get something out of this anyway. Right.
We got him. So let's see who he is.
So tell me a little bit about now that you have. I know that it's I know that it's chromatic. I know that much. What is chromatic?
Although I will say that it was just a scenic effect because I liked it so much.
Yes,
but
of course.
It's not like the colors.
But I want to know what is chromatic. What?
Yeah, as you can as you examine this thing, you can sense the earth just like an arresting wave, and the things that are beneath screaming to be avenged. So the dead people, and this for a moment hits you with full intensity, are just screaming, who killed them, how did they die, and what do they hope to change, or if they want justice, if they want to be remembered, if they want to be old by their mother. And it's kind of cacophony of sounds of people screaming outside beneath their grave.
Well,
and
this is very familiar territory. This sounds just like Hazard's Domain.
Yeah, it's very similar, with the only exception that this one are just not mementos, are the real owners, and they just scream vengeance, or, they want to be, they want their wish to be fulfilled.
Compassion, remembrance, hatred, and desperation. 4 out of 5 keys.
Wow. But of course, this is not the only thing you see, because now there's the second part. And the second part is very strange. You see a group of men, like 3 men. And you can see, of course, Bull. And what appears to be 2 other servants, because they're not as finely as dressed as Bull, which is walking on this barrel lens directed towards the Angrin's house, and it's very bold and secure about this thing. And then you can hear an howling sound. The servants are frozen, and you can see Bull and for the first time, his pride, there's a crack in his pride and in his security as he looks around. And then, just before the vision interrupts, just a moment before that, as he turns towards the forest, the direction of the forest, but they're still in the Berryland, you can see this. And you can see this thing jumping on Bull and his servants. And just like that, the vision is gone.
All right. Where is the unbidden now?
The Unbidden is close to Fury's house. The second one, the one before the Engrim's house. Remember, in order from right to left, imagining this patch of land,
Right.
there are Aja's house, then Fury's house, the parents of Bull,
Yes.
then Angrim's house, and then the space of Thorgrim's house.
Right.
So
They but they are not at Thorgrim's house.
No,
That's good news.
they were caught in between.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we have our mission.
Yeah. Let's
Now-
find Bidden.
So the
Okay.
math for our circle is very distinctive. For that we have to make sure that our chance for mending is still high with karma.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. And taking down an unbidden is very difficult. I got lucky with a rending shot last time that unmasked. Remember, I unmasked the unbidden with one shot last time.
Yeah.
That's not that easy to do. We got lucky that time. And even
think
so, it rips
frenzy
down
is
almost all of our karma to take that thing down. So, but we didn't squander our karma on other things this time, so maybe we have a better chance. But the fight will be, you know what? This time, I will tell you, Hazard will be very clear. This time, I'm going to lose. You know, we can lose blood and bone in our fight with the unbidden. Right. I mean, we can sacrifice these vessels we are wearing to some extent.
So it's like,
I mean,
I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Surprise.
Yeah, like you speak of
case.
losing blood and bones to me, like Lilith
I know. Just ready to go. I'm not spending any karma on defense on this one. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, we agree on that because we must keep karma for the hardest part, that is mending the enigma.
Yeah.
Because killing the unbidden is the easier part.
Right. Exactly. Okay, so it's time to move. In that case, are we heading back? Is that the plan, everybody?
Yeah, I would like to prepare for the battle.
Yeah. When we get about halfway there, or at least a fair away from the island, away from where we are, closer to the houses, that's when I will unleash the trackers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have to do an evocation roll on this, and I always have to check.
Before that,
Uh-huh.
I will need a moment.
Sure.
Just do your roll, please.
Well,
but
go ahead. I don't want to interrupt the timing you have in mind.
if I remember correctly, like this should be okay. So, yes. Yeah, okay, go on.
What are you checking?
It was a particular rule that I can't tell right now, but yeah, screw it. It's the rule for binding.
You're just
and
looking at binding. Okay. So for evocation, right, a master only has to spend a point of vitality if he fails the evocation roll. So
okay.
So I don't have to spend. So I will roll first, and then I will. I will roll first and then see if I have to spend vitality. Another point is that it's one. I forget which, but it's either easy. I think it's easy if I'm not in combat or in some sort of crisis. But it's difficult if I'm in a crisis or fight or something like that. So
Now remember that it's almost it's always a matter of time. How much time you decide to spend to make sure that this role just gets to success.
okay.
So the idea of in the middle of crisis is just because you need to do it right now, while the idea of having a routine or easy check is just because you're spending some time to prepare.
Okay. Presence plus evoke. Okay.
So have you decided to do it right now or just some sort of taking your time, deciding to...
It depends. This I'm going to leave this up to you because we have an extended traveling period.
Yes.
So if I can do it as we travel along, then perhaps I don't have to, do it this instant. On the other hand, I'm not sitting down.
Yeah, I will say that it's okay. I didn't consider the idea of the traveling time as a preparation time, but at the same time, it's not like you need to trace in a specific location, so kind of circle, so you can just prepare and meditate.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah. So, okay. My dice aren't great, but I have a good skill, so we'll see how this goes. No, I don't think I even make an easy. What is an easy total?
Easy should be 8.
Okay, in that case, I miss it by 1.
Oh no, easy is 10. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I lose a point of vitality because I fail the roll. I'm not spending the karma. I'm keeping my promise.
Fair enough.
I was tempted to go against my promise at the very first opportunity I had. Did you see that?
Yeah. Okay. So,
no trackers.
Yes.
So, but we're just traveling to where we last saw the unbidden, or if it was on its way to the farmhouse to try to catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't see anyone near Erngreen's house, and so you decide to push forward. And as you get to the location that you saw in the vision, you can see the shape of 2 corpses and what appears to be a pool of blood. There's blood everywhere, and as you get close, you can see that the 2 servants have been mauled to death.